Hello, fellow Pipers. Typing Piper here. Now you're seeing what my daughter saw earlier this morning. Hope you're not freaked out too. Well, wife hasn't been a big fan of the beard. It has becoming a pain in the ass. And after the amount of peanut butter and jelly that was in it after my my lunch, it's like, all right, it's time. If you're having trouble keeping clean during a time like this, it's probably best to simplify things, make it easier on yourself. And besides, you don't want to end up bringing something home just because you want to be stylish with a beard. So not much news over the last couple of days. Today's Saturday. As of right now, there is no COVID-19 in the county of Kalamazoo. The surrounding counties are also free of confirmed cases. But there was an article I read yesterday that was alarming, stating that in Kalamazoo County, only 41 people have been tested. Of those 41, only 15 have they gotten the results for. They're all negative, but it doesn't seem like the labs or the organizations that are running these tests, doesn't seem like they have their shit together. So one of my close friends is still works in the hospital that I worked in, and they've been having might as well call them emergency meetings about what's going on, trying to organize, trying to figure out logistics, staffing, supplies, what to do when it happens. And we went back and forth. I shared the article with him, and I said, this is some bullshit. And he said, well, the important thing is that everybody acts like it's already here. And I'm not really seeing that. So what am I seeing? Well, I went to a couple stores yesterday. It was payday, paid my bills. And the wife and I thought we should top off a few things. For the most part, my main priority was replenishing the seed bank, which isn't just designed for me, but for anybody I know who has the capability of growing food. Not everybody lives in the same house. This isn't communist Russia. If somebody has an apartment with a balcony, you're going to get some seeds for things you can grow on a balcony. If you have a big yard, guess what? You're probably going to be growing pumpkins, winter squash, things like that. That's the idea. So, having said that, after a friend of mine came over the other day and picked up some seeds for his yard, I went through everything again, and I was like, well, shit. There's just some things that I enjoy that just are not in here anymore. So I went to Aldi, which was fully stocked yesterday. Hadn't seen that in a while. All shelves were full. Meat, eggs, milk, bread, whatever it is you wanted, it was there yesterday. Except for seeds. So the majority of seeds that they were selling were gone. And I was like, well, I'm not too happy with that. Gotta find somewhere else to go. So I tried to go to Lowe's because I thought, well, it's home repair, remodeling, whatever. There's not going to be that many people there. Plus, it's like a huge open area. You can keep a safe distance from other people. try that out. So what happens, I get up to the front door and there's a sign on the door that says, "Sorry for any inconvenience. We're only taking cash or checks." So right across the street was Meijer, which is probably a festering pool of germs and disease that I did not want to get involved in. But then I thought, well, all the food's on one side and all the gardening and stuff is going to be where nobody else is at. And I was pretty much right on that. That side of the store completely empty. You know what else is empty? All 45, 40, 223, 9mm. Basically, every size bullet and cartridge you can think of, except for 223, except for 22 and 12 gauge. That is all you could buy at Meijer. I don't need any of that. I'm good. Alright, we're finally at the top of the hill. And one thing I have been telling people, I've been telling all of my friends especially, is start a garden. Other people I know have contacted me saying the same thing, and I was like, I knew there was a reason why I loved you, man. You know, the weirdest part is when I say it, you see that light bulb go off above their heads. They start nodding their head and they're like, yeah, you're right. I should start a garden. How do I do that? So at the moment, we have California, New York, Illinois, Connecticut. Connecticut sucks anyways, but yeah. Connecticut are all on lockdown. Not cool. So I just had somebody jogging with their dog, like totally avoiding me, waiting for me to get down the sidewalk with the wagon before even trying to pass. So about those lockdowns, California and New York are understandable. High numbers. They keep it increasing drastically with confirmed cases and deaths. Connecticut, it's odd, but I will say at least they're being proactive instead of waiting for things to get bad in order to do something. So it seems like Connecticut has politicians that don't have their head up their ass. Illinois, you know, where Ziggy Num Nums is from. Well, not from, but he lives there. That one's odd. You know, I believe last count, Chicago, or at least Illinois, might have less cases than Michigan. I'm not sure about that. But, you know, they're nowhere near where California and New York are. So for the governor to say, like, hey, all non-essential people need to keep their ass at home, again, is he just being proactive? So I don't know if you watch this channel on YouTube or not, but Marfoogle News, they're saying expect to see more states enact the same policies within the next 3 days, or especially next week, because they're noticing the same thing I am, which is whatever policies they decide to dictate as to how we're going to handle this, they seem to be slowly doing it on state by state level instead of just having the federal government stepping in and saying, hey, the whole country is doing this, and by the way, we're doing it like right now. So the theory I keep hearing, and it sounds legit to me, is they're slowly enacting policies which are going to soon be nationwide. so that the public gets used to the idea of keep your ass at home or you're going to be arrested. I also came across an article from a year ago talking about how the UK government, especially the military, was starting to stockpile food and other supplies necessary for their military because of post-Brexit Britain. Of course, I showed this to a few people, and their response was, oh, so they've been preparing for this all along. So things you should be doing right now. Start a garden. Figure out how to defend your home, or at least get in the mindset that, home invasions and burglaries could start becoming the norm, especially take into account these assholes who went on spring break. People who clearly have their head up their ass and just do not give a shit about anybody else and think, well, I'm young, I'm okay, I don't need anything more than a pack of ramen.